On right side, Serral is our blue Zerg. Top left, our red Terran from Team Liquid is Clem. In a one class, Serral's already just going to open pool first, so a little bit of intrigue on that one. Going pool first is not the usual kind of way you go about things. It's the World Team League playoffs, of course. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the World Team League playoffs. You've probably watched a bunch of the series from this the last few days. Do consider liking and subscribing. Helps out a whole bunch, especially if you're enjoying the games. This is a do or die situation for Liquid. Clem cannot lose a map. One map loss and he's out, so this is a best of two. These guys will play 2 games, but if Clem loses the first game, there's no reason for game 2 to be played. That is the situation we head into here. As we open on Oceanborn for map 1. Loser's pick is the format for map 2 as well. Liquid have vetoed Radu set, so you can't pick Radu set. Obviously still leaves Equilibrium as a choice, however. Pulling's going after the SCV. Gonna be seeing the SCV coming back around a little bit. Just tries to block the base off. Obviously, he wants to try and stop this location coming down. If that's Serral's choice of base, try and force him to go to the other one is generally not a bad idea. And he does block it for just a few moments. Even if you just force another drone to go across to the other location, that could have been nice in the end. The Reaper does not get back there, Serral does manage to sneak that base down, so this does not turn out to be too much of a factor. Reaper is going to get the drone. Seeing ourselves, the Queen standing at the front, ready to greet that Reaper a little bit as well. Hello, how you doing? Move around with that just a few moments, and we do have ourselves, I think speed still coming through, about halfway done at the moment. Continuing in with that for now. Coming about, hatchery, taking some shots. It's going to be seeing the Queens over here, just going to push that Reaper away once again. So it's going to push that back. Get that going. The Queen's going to get positioned one more time, and the Reaper is going to just grenade, just going to push things away for the moment. Reaper and the Hellion together, joining up over on that right side. We do see the couple of Hellions still pressing through. Just coming out to the front for a few moments, getting everything settled here. Getting everything ready to rumble as, again, Hellions and the Reaper come back over. Game is pretty settled, then obviously Clem just going into the Hellion Banshee seems to be his go-to safety play at the moment. Just feels as though it's a good way to get set up, good way to create some harassing damage as well, so opportunities abound in those scenarios. That's what Clem seems to just be very, very comfortable with going for as of late, so just sticking with that as a concept. Getting the Banshee, getting up here, the cloaking on the way to help support it. All of that coming through as the Rotor on the lair continues out as well. And just get all of that on the go for the moment. So again, a little bit of everything coming out right now. He's still sitting at the front, and these few Hellions have an opportunity to perhaps go by and maybe go get something done. As the Banshee will start to fire up, Queens will start to take some damage. First Queen's taking some shots. Hellions around the top side. I'm going to chase around a couple of Queens as well, so also finding a little bit of extra action over there. Just a few moments. Queens and Ling is going to gather back up, gather together one more time. Just get reset for a couple moments. Try and figure that out. The Hellions coming back around over to the right side, setting out the front for a few moments as well. Orange speed coming up. And just going to activate. They're going to start picking their way through that hatchery as well. So again, a little bit more damage being done there. As the Hellions are being chased around by those Zerglings. Zerglings are looking to get that wraparound on the Hellions. The run by into this natural is not going to go well. So Clem is going to lose map control. And he is going to miss out on that one. Just going to be seeing the Banshees able to go through, able to pick away at a Queen. Actually got rid of the hatcheries. That's a kill, not a cancel. That's such a big deal as well. So nice to be able to grab that nice and quickly. I think it's going to run across the other side, and with that run across, they are going to be able to go straight into the mineral line, but Clem was defended. He had units nearby, so it wasn't that bad. And the Banshee is going to continue to fire up. Zergling's continuing to go down. Damage being done for now as we continue through with all of that. So again, just getting that all set up here. You have, again, melee upgrades, approach speed coming about. Marines regathering. Gonna head down the center here, medevac overhead. Actually gonna see those Zerglings running by. The Marines gonna be able to pull back and go after those Lings, so we can go and run after those for a few moments. Marines starting to intercept, and feelings do begin to drop. Overload going down, as you just see again those Lings coming through. Marines are gonna jump on top of those, clean those out quickly, effectively. Nice, easy cleanup. So I've actually got a little bit of a supply lead right now. So just needs to start buffing up his unit count. He's even got roaches as well, which is kind of scary then that Clem has the supply lead. It's going to be seeing the medevacs loading up again. The Marines jumping back in over there. Combat shield will start. The extra Marines coming out. The siege tank comes through. And the combat shield coming up from Clem as well. So just getting himself into that bio play. Harassing up until this point, and obviously we'll be further committed into it sooner rather than later. Bandits firing, Ravagers taking shots, the Queens continue to push through. So the medevacs coming back over that right side with the Marines. Marines actually jumping forward, so you're going to go after a couple of Queens. The Queens do fire away, and the medevacs get pushed further back. Scanning out once again. Just going to be seeing the Marines again coming forward, just going after a few of those Zerglings. So even more damage being dealt just for the moment here. It's all continuing to add up. Let's do some. The Marines are loading one more time up on the high ground. Let's set back up over there. For the moment. Serral's made his way to Hive, and he's got adrenal glands on the way, and also that Ultra Cavern. Time ticking a little bit then for Clem, because the longer this goes, the more comfortably set up Serral is going to be on all that. But this is not a bad first fight. The tank's got a lot of opportunities to fire shots off in that one, so pretty much always take that as a little bit of a victory at the very least. Adrenal glands still coming through, finishing soon. And we're still spreading out, and we still have ourselves the little bit of a push forward. I mean, again, Serral's already on the counterattack. Ling's on the other side of the map trying to make plays immediately. So the Marines pressing through, going to get into the front here. A couple more creep teamers going down. You see a blinding cloud or two going to go down some of those siege tanks. The damage being done there as well. Going to take this as an opportunity to push straight on forwards, and we are going to see what can be done. Well, a lot done. 5 SCVs going down. Clem still maintaining the supply lead in the game, but Ultra's coming out, going to maybe make it a bit more difficult for Clem to, again, stay in this. That is the current situation. And Serral is getting that tech up. He's got the Vipers that are still abducting as well, so he's clearing out some of these tanks before they become even more of a problem. And the rest of those Marines continue through as well. As we just stem on forward, heading down to the bottom right-hand side. Road Ravager still coming about here. We're just going to engage forward once again. Marines are going to come through. The Road Ravager again getting pushed back. A few Ravagers still taking damage for a little bit. I'm just going to be seeing so many Marines going to grab the Viper as we go. So picking that off as well. GG is called from Serral. Clem does just push through just at the right moment, because moments later, game number 2 in the top right-hand side, the map pick was obvious. It is going to be Serral, our blue Zerg player. Top left, Red Terran from Team Liquid is Clem. Wow. This is such a different way of playing from Clem. When do you ever see Clem proxy racks? Almost never. Right? Pretty much. Pretty much almost never. He's going to bring it out here against Serral and Equilibrium. Super important game. Their tournament life relies on this. And Clem just thinks this is the time. He's going to mix it up a little bit. Start with the proxy racks. 2 Marines will be on the way very soon. And Clem is going to go all out. Get this going. I can remember specifically maps that he has proxy racks on before. Eternal Empire versus Raynor in the Red Bull Zelnaga Finest show match after he won the tournament after 6 hours. He proxy racks him on the bottom side of Eternal Empire. And there was one more time he proxy racks Raynor one time, I think. Like, it's so clear in my mind the few times I've seen Clem proxy racks because it's such a rarity. Triple bunker as well, so he's going to really commit to getting a bunker down. He's going to block the drones as well, by the way, so the drones can't get through. Spinecrawler has to go down, and Clem has a full wall off on Serral's natural expansion. And Serral can't do anything about these Marines. He's losing drones, he's losing lings. He stops one bunker coming up as he kills one of the SCVs, but he lost 3 drones in that process. There's double spine coming through shortly. Clem can jump through this bunker to start putting damage onto the other side of this, and then he's going to be able to get those Zerglings a little bit. He can start working on the spine. The Queen will be a target as well. Let's jump back into the bunker once again. Well, so far, 3 bunkers finished up. Spinecrawlers will take a few more shots, as you do see the Queens trying to get hits off wherever they can. And Factory behind this too. The great thing for Clem, this is not a committed 3 racks or anything. Yes, it's committed with the 3 bunkers, but because it's just 2 racks, you will have a follow-up to this. So any amount of damage you do is much more serious than it usually would be because of that factor. And that may be where Serral struggles, as we just see these bunkers able to work their way through the spine so far. The hatchery is dropping. Losing a hatchery against the 2 racks is rough. And the thing is, I mean, at some point soon, Serral has to commit. He's going to have ling speed. He's going to have a lot of lings. I don't think you can genuinely afford to lose this hatchery. Clem is microing against that spine. Every time it fires onto the bunker, he jumps out and gets a shot off with the Marines. Here go the lings. This is going to be the attempt to break through. The bunker on the bottom will go down. The Marines come to the top side instead. A bunker in the center will fall as well, as Serral is beginning to break out of this. The Marines will have to stand and fight against those Zerglings. Is it enough? Again, Clem has a follow-up here as he's building a Cyclone. He's building a Starport. The Spinecrawler surviving is a big deal too, because that means you can use those to stabilize at this point on as Serral. Serral has broken out of this contain that Clem set on him. What an incredible situation that is, as it is double Cyclones. So reactoring Cyclones, Barrack's still actually building Marines here. He will see that hatchery going down. As Lings get into the main base. A little mistake there from Clem perhaps, although as a Cyclone spawn shouldn't be too much of a problem to clean this up. Just going to be a few moments of running some SCVs around, which is, again, a little bit of a shame. We're going to lose. Yep, a second SCV. Was very close to not going down, but in the end it does fall. These Marines is building up, by the way, and Serral has not built any more Zerglings just yet. So now these Marines are going to reveal themselves, and Serral's like, wait a second. I mean, he should have noticed, obviously, no expansion. That should tell you a little bit of what's going on here as well. Those few lings move downwards. What are they going to try and do? I mean, they may want to try and intercept the Cyclones as well as they're coming across the map. Third hatchery of Serral in some trouble. He's just going to have to cancel it. He's not going to keep that alive, so Clem continuing to build the Marines. Going to make this work out. Queen in some trouble. The Lings show up, but too many Marines for the moment, I think. As you can just see, the Lings do not get a good enough of a wraparound here. Extra Lings showing up now, but here come the Cyclones as well. Cyclone support is going to be a lot of extra DPS in this army. Now I think Serral's going to worry about the fact his Queens are very far forward. First Queen going down, second Queen in some trouble. Second Queen still locked onto. The final shot was not enough. The Spine Crawler, however, will now go down. There's a medevac here to support the other Spine coming through. Do we have any way to transfuse this or anything? The Spine will just die as the Cyclone lock-on chases it down. Eventually, this Spine Crawler will indeed drop. The Queens and Lings are the only defense we have. We're continuing to get kills here. One of those Queens still extremely low from before. It would be nice just to get rid of that extra Cyclone showing up. The Lings look for the wraparound to try and save Serral in this game and to make this a simpler series for Basilisk, but it just ain't happening. The Cyclones are a little bit too much of a problem. An Overlord gifted here from Serral. He's going to be supply blocked of all things, and Serral's got two very hurt Queens. One of them still just surviving. We micro back, using the medevac to get out of trouble with the circling Cyclones refusing to die. Clem Cyclones have more lives than a freaking cat or two added together at this point, I think. Absolutely ridiculous. The hatchery is about to fall. A hatchery falling with a Clem expanding to a natural of his own is going to be huge. It's going to live with the transfusion. The Queens are still so low. This one surely has no chance. The Lings run forward again. Serral's numbers keep on dropping and Clem is pushing into the natural. Clem gets the 2-0 over Serral and